pizza. More questions. And pizza. At the same time. Who'd have thunk it? Oh. Question 1. From Moki Hunter. How come your Fosana has so many scars on his back only? Well, the truth is, Moki, those are not scars despite having a red tint to them. What they are is my frail incorporation of the Kaiken's natural redness in their coat. See, a Kaiken's fur is kind of a mix of red and black. They're called tiger dogs for a reason, you know. But if you are looking at scars on a Char's body, let me refer you to the big one on his neck. Now, in the little storyverse that doesn't really exist because who gives a shit about characters, right? Right? He was a fighting dog for a long time, and he suffered a pretty vicious slash to the throat, which he lived, of course. He's not some kind of weird zombie or back from the dead yet, but he did get that big scar, and that's kind of out there and visible. No matter how much fluff he has, the scar is always visible. So yeah, he does not have many scars on his back only. That's just like red little tinting to kind of incorporate a Kaiken's natural fur color in it. I don't know. Question 2. What do you think is Star role playing? I'm regarding to it. Hell if I know. I'm not really certain when I kind of started it. I mean, I don't know. Maybe around the time I just started using Yahoo and chatting with my pal Navrex. Probably around then. Got in little silly situations. A German Shepherd and ultimately a Kaiken. Took a while to be a Kaiken. Nah, it was just an amorphous Ditto dog, as you recall. So yeah, around my Ditto dog period. Question 3. What is your all-time favorite movie and why? Favorite questions. Bane of my existence. Well, that title of favorite movie kind of fluctuates wildly from one day to the next. So, right now, I'd have to say Hunchback of Notre Dame. I really like how the film is created. It has a nice setup to it. It has some really good visuals, outstanding music, and of course Disney's top-notch animation for that time. One thing I would detract from the entire experience are the damn gargoyles. They kind of like kill the overall kind of mood that's going on. I mean, I know they have to be there for like Disney's sakes, but did you really need gargoyles in there? Now, I watch. Well, really, it's not Nostalgia Critic anymore, but Doug Walker's Disney December. He puts a really good theorem out there that, oh, maybe they're just in his mind. But then at the end, it kind of shows that, no, they're really real. So you can, for the most part, say, oh, no, that's just kind of Quasimodo coping with sadness and loneliness. Because apparently he's 20. Is he 20? I thought he was 20. Well, something said that, like, it was 20 years ago when Judge Clothfolio killed his mother. Something along those lines. So, I guess for right now, that's my favorite movie. And that's why. Question 4. What is the best book you've ever read? Loaded question. I don't know. As of recently, I really liked reading The Color Purple, actually. It didn't seem like something that I would like right off the bat, since I could pretty much tell what the book was going to be about from the get-go. It was going to be about, well, the kind of background is that it takes place in, like, ambiguous post-Reconstruction South, so we really don't need anything else than that. But it's actually really good. It's not really afraid to do a lot of things, and certainly it does quite a number of things that certainly is not expected. Especially in, I know that you gotta read it for, like, well, a lot of schools demand it in their curriculum. And to those who have not read it, let me preface it by saying that within the first page alone, you learn that the main character has been raped and made pregnant by her father. It really does kind of read like almost a torture flick. Like, you really want to see what all they can get in. And then towards the end, they, like, spiritually invest you, but maybe not spiritually invest you. Like, they kind of drop a lot of the... It doesn't become just a novel of horrible, squicky things. That's what I'm trying to say there. It doesn't, like, just say, oh, rape, rape, rape. It's not PewDiePie is what I'm trying to say. I'm gonna segue to the next question. Question 5. Favorite holiday, and why? That's a good question. Oh, that is a good question. I would have to say, I don't know, Talk Like a Pirate Day. Arr! No, I have a new one. It's Mole Day. October 23rd, from 6:02 a.m. to 6:02 p.m. Yeah. Question 6. Who's better, Mario or Luigi? I don't know. I really don't have a preference to either one. It's not to say I don't like either one. I guess from a game perspective, I kind of like Luigi. Because Luigi is a lot more speedy and high jumpity. Mario just seems really plain. Although, I guess if you had, like, characterized them, maybe Mario. Maybe. I still love Luigi's Mansion. That game is amazing. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise, folks. Absolutely no one. Zemnis, 555s, Majordan asks, no. What's your favorite game and why? Oh boy, I was so happy that I saw this question. I'm so glad somebody asked it. Because it lets me gush about Ghost Trick. God, I've fallen in love with that game. Ghost Trick, Phantom Detective. Brought to you by the same guys who brought us Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney. And it's wonderful in, like, every sense of the word. I love the story. I love the characters. I love the dialogue. I love the animation. I love the music. I love the gameplay. I love every single little bit of it. And the best part is, it really just kind of flows by itself. You go right from one chapter to the next, and you really just don't want to put it down because it really just keeps kind of flowing. And I like it. It also has a lot of subtleties in it that you only really notice the second time around, and that's another really good thing. In particular because the story is, well, laden with plot twists and sudden revelations. Do not TV tropes that page. That will end badly. Trust me, there's, like, spoilers up the ass with that game. Like, spoilers as early as, like... There's a really huge spoiler in it. It's like the big spoiler game. Like I'm trying to phrase it the best I can without giving it away, because I thought it was just the most clever thing in the world. I guess I'll say that. It's the most clever thing in the world. I'll leave it at that. So, Ghost Trick for DS. Get it. It is one of the most perfect games I've played in a long time. Question 2. If you were locked in a room with a lion, what would you do? probably die, but that's beside the point. Drizzle myself in barbecue sauce and offer myself willingly to the voracious beast. Question 3. Are you a plushie fan? Define fan. I mean, I have a lot of, like, stuffed animals, and they're also soft and petable. But, I don't know, maybe? You really have to define fan to say that. So, I have no idea. I'll say yes, cautiously. Yes, cautiously. Yes. Question 4. Favorite musical genre? Alright. It feels like it's just getting I'm gonna stop using words. It feels like I'm saying this a lot. That's a loaded question. Because I really don't understand genres as a whole. I mean, don't categorize music. Music is music. Listen to it. It's amazing and beautiful and all kinds of other adjectives that you can pull out of a dictionary. You open a dictionary, turn to a page, bam, adjectives right there in front of you. I bet if you looked, you could find an adjective on every single page of the dictionary. Every single one. Alright, maybe not every single one, because that's a lot of pages. But then again, there's also a lot of adjectives, so maybe the mathematics works out. But if I had to kind of like constrain my enjoyment to a genre, it would be metal. I love metal. I love the guitars, the lyrics, the solos, the technicals, how elaborateness, complexity of the guitar, and oftentimes the bass and drums and the other pieces that come together as one in a beautiful, harmonious matrimony for people. Bands are kind of like polygamy groups, except it's universally loved. Music is love, and all you need is love. Hate the Beatles, though. But I do kind of like other genres as well, too. I mean, of course, hard rock, since it's kind of like the sister to metal. And so I like a lot of the subgenres within metal and rock. Not all of them. Hell no. But a fair number of them. I'd say at least 30% of them. And that's maybe being generous. 30% I would say that I listen to a lot. Maybe like 40% if you count like a few songs here and there. And then I guess I have a few guilty pop pleasures. A few classical guilty pleasures. I love jazz. When you have that. Alright, the saxophone is the most beautiful instrument ever created by man. I'll get that out of the way right now. I miss the simpler times where it was appropriate to have in your music sheet, insert jazz solo. Rather, insert saxophone solo, really. I love it. It's beautiful. I mean, the brass section just woos me every single time it's used in the song. It's like, all they have to do, bring out the saxophone. I'm like, no, don't do it. And they just start playing, and they're like, saxophone. Particularly, I've noticed, like, the full version of the Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers theme has a wonderful jazz solo in the middle with a saxophone, and it is glorious. You all need to look it up right now. Or maybe I'll, like, bother to look at the video settings for more than 5 seconds to try and make a link appear. Probably right by that little lamp up there. Yeah, I see it. I'm aware of that fourth wall. I am the fourth wall. And I'm made of many bricks and many people. Question 5. Would you ever want to go to a museum? Science museum? All the way. Art museum? No. History museum? Kind of depends on the exhibits. It's not really other museums, are there? I guess you have wacky museums, and wacky museums are always wonderful fun, regardless of where they are, who they're run by, and the amount of chloroform needed to get in, but I digress. This has been another section of Listen to an Idiot. I need to go get me some more pizza.